I'm going straight in. It is what it is, because I know how you feel. Like, my big homie was murdered, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. My big homie was B.O. B.O. was the most dangerous dude in the Bronx. He got murdered, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he raised me in the streets. Mm-hmm. So I was looking at a little bit of Queen's Flip or whatever the case. I didn't get to see the whole thing because I actually just started watching it before we went live. And I'm trying to figure out, for me, why is it that these dudes feel like you poking at 50 as if you ain't supposed to poke at 50? Like, I'm not getting it.
Well, first off, I feel like the people that's in that boat that we're talking about right now, the people that feel like I'm poking at him, they're people that's looking for a favor from him. They're people that they want to tread a line. Like, they feel like he can help them in any way. He's at a certain status in his life. He has certain connections. So I guess people just hold on to a wish and a hope and a prayer that if they suck his dick or if they ride his dick, that he's going to help them in some way, shape, or form or fashion. Which is mind-boggling to me, because he's a self-sufficient cancer. He's a cancer. He's self-sufficient. He's not going to help anybody unless you can help him in a way. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like people are they just living on a hope and a prayer. They basically just dick riding. Basically, in the simplest form, in the simplest way I can put it, they dick riding. That's all. That's really what it is. And I don't really care who gets offended by that, because that's what it is. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
So Bimmy is your father's man,
supposedly, or he was back in the days. I guess, yeah.
And you feel like he looking for?
I don't know how he feels about my father now. I don't know how my father feels about him now. But supposedly he was under my father. He came up under my father. My father's his big homie. My father is, the nigga that put him on. That's who my dad is to him. You get what I'm saying? So
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know the brother Bimmy, and I don't want to shit on him. I'm only asking questions because I don't understand. I know my loyalty is to my big homie, which was B.O. And I'm putting you in the same shoes as me, looking at him. See, your father's still alive, but at the same time, your father is living in a casket, which is the penitentiary. And a lot of people, feel like 50 played a big part in that. A lot of people. I don't really know. You know better than what I do, but a lot of people feel like he played a big part in that. So my whole thing is, why is it that somebody would feel like you go that you pointing a finger or you jabbing at him, like you supposed to feel, and I'm just keeping it all the way funky. You supposed to feel some type of way. That's your fault, but can't nobody tell you how to feel about the situation. That's personally how I feel.
Nobody that breathes the same air as me can have any opinion or speak on anything I do, because I don't answer to nobody. That's what people seem to get misconstrued. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say, anybody's opinion. I live for me. A saying that my grandmother always tell me that stuck with me. She said, "Boy, I make my own turd. If I want to go in the middle of this fucking living room right now and shit on the floor, that's my prerogative. I can do that because I make my own turd. What somebody else eat don't make me shit. You get what I'm saying? So when I say what I say and I do what I do, and you call it trolling or I'm speaking my mind or I'm speaking my piece, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, because nobody can talk for me and nobody can speak for me. You get what I'm saying? So anybody that has an opinion on what I'm saying about another nigga, that's asinine to me. That's really asinine. No, I'm not a nurse, brother, man. But go ahead, finish, bro. I'm reading the comments, seeing what these niggas is talking about. But I need to.
Don't even focus on them, because the reality of it is, what I'm trying to pull out of you, what I want to see from you in this interview right here. I want to know how you feel, how you really feel. Not the joking shit, because the reality of it is, man, in New York City, everybody act like Chicago is the only wild place. Like, New York has some real legends, and your father's a legend. Prince is a legend. Preem is a legend. We had a lot of Fat Cat was a legend. There's some legends that came out of that camp, and brothers is not there no more. You a son of one of them. You a son of Preem, and me personally, I feel like I don't really know everything, everything is alleged, everything is rumors, but I see things happen and transpire between you and 50, or rather, you and 50's son.
Mm-hmm.
And when I seen the picture with you and 50's son, I was like, damn, it was deep. Then the rumors started circulating that 50's son is your nephew and 50 is your brother, and I'm like, what do you feel about that?
Me personally, I think that it's a really, 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 really high possibility and likelihood that is a true situation like that. I feel like that's true. I really do. And what makes me feel that way, or what leads me to believe that, is because it's just like, my dad's been going for 20 years, right? 2001, 2002, he's been going since 2002. So that's 18 years. Why are you still talking about this man? Why do you bring this man's name up? Why do you still have ill will feelings toward this nigga? Why? Like, what is all this animosity for that's built up over 18 years? Like, that you can't let this shit go. That's just one of my theories. If you beefing with somebody, right? The person you beefing with goes away, dies, he's in jail, whatever the case may be, and you up all these hundreds of millions of dollars, you doing TV shows, you doing this, you doing that, everything's going in your favor, you lit, you on top of the world. Why the fuck are you worried about a nigga that's not even here no more? So right there with me, that's some psychological shit right there. That's psychological. So I feel like, what is the reason? What is the reason? That's what could be the reason? What do you think the reason is? That's the only thing I can come up with. That this man is his dad, bro. That's the only thing I can think of. But we're not gonna make this whole entire interview about 50. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to. But I really do. To answer your question, I really feel like it is. It's a truth.
No, we definitely not gonna link the whole interview, but it's just some questions that I have to, you know what I mean, I have to ask, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's one of the questions, because, you know, in the movie, 50 hinted towards Preem being his father.
Exactly. And I'm like, he wrote this movie. It's a biopic on his life. So what is all this shit about? Like, what is the end result? What is the gimmick for? What is the charade for? This is a charade? Is it real? Like, what is all of this shit about? Is what I'm trying to configure in my brain. What is it? You can see the signs, the writings on the wall, right or wrong. You made a biopic about your life, and you're hinting towards this man being your dad. What is the reason for that? What is the reason?
See, my thing is, now I gotta say one more thing. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, right? I don't know what happened between Preem and 50 like that. You hear the rumors, everything is alleged. But if Preem was 50's father, and allegedly Preem the one that sent that hit for 50 to get murdered, that's some ugly shit right there. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know if that's true, but I can see why.
But then he puts the same shit in power. He killed his son in power. Yo, this guy is sick, bro. This nigga is sick, bro. Like, he's on some type of medication or something. He gotta be on some type of medication, my nigga.
Or that's what his daddy did to him. If Preem is his father, and Preem pushed that button, that's what he did to Kanan, which is 50 Cent. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, sometimes 50 got niggas wondering. And then when I speak to you and you tell me, like, yo, word on the street is your pops really is his father. There's, you know what I mean? There's rumors, even though your pops probably had to be like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Which most dudes in the hood be having kids at that age. So, you know what I mean?
It's not impossible. Like, that's a scenario that's very possible, bro. It's not an impossible scenario that we're painting right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man.
Nah, but I'm keeping it all the way funky, because when I sit back and I analyze how 50 deal with his son Marquise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at it's like, hold up. Look at what he does to Marquise. Look at what Kanan did to his son. Look at what's said about Preem. Is Preem really his father? And then Preem pushed the button on him. Like, you know what? I got to get rid of this little petty nigga. I don't know. It's like, damn, is that some father and son shit that's in the blood that was passed down to him? Is really Preem his father? And he going to treat his sons the way Preem treated him? You know what I mean? It's a deep question, because as a street dude, as a father, I'm just trying to figure out, like, first and foremost, so many dudes are sweating 50 nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see, the one thing I say about, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get off of it after this. I like 50. I loved his music. You know what I mean? I like the way G-Unit started. I don't like the way it ended. He raised everybody up, then it went astray. My whole thing is, because I'm going to switch over a little bit after this, my whole thing is like, you know, I can't respect no man that would shit on his kid like that. You see what I'm saying? I go through issues with my children, but I'm still daddy. I'm always gonna be daddy. You know what I mean? Me and one of my daughters really had a bad fallout. And my daughter pregnant right now, and I'm sitting up there looking to get my money, you know what I mean, in places in order so I could buy this and buy that. Because for grandpa, now I'm about to be grandpa. I got to be grandpa regardless of what, because no matter what me and my daughter went through, that child that she having is an extension of my blood. So the way 50 is with his son, and dudes are sitting up there molly-whopping a nigga, I'm like, hold up. You molly-whopping a dude. If this dude don't love his son, he can't love you. And that's the bottom line to that. And there's no in-between.
And another thing people get misconstrued is that I have an issue with 50, or I have no issue with this guy. I like his music too. He has a major influence on pop culture, hip-hop culture, on Queens, on New York. I don't have an issue with this guy. Me doing what I'm doing on social media, or me making jokes and me laughing, I'm doing what he been doing for his whole career. So why would I do it? It's a problem. But when he do it, it's just 50 feet. Nah, I don't have a problem with that nigga. I don't know that nigga. I don't have a problem with that nigga at the end of the day. At the end of the day, my problem is keep my dad name out your mouth, and I won't talk about you, nigga. But if my dad name is in your mouth, your name gonna be in my mouth. And that's what it boils down to. But I don't have no problem with the nigga at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like his music. I don't have a problem with that nigga. I don't have a personal issue, a vendetta. I'm not out to get, nah. But keep my dad name out your fucking mouth, just like the rest of these niggas out here that's rats and done told and confidential informants and all type of shit, nigga. Keep my dad name out your mouth. I don't give a fuck what me and my father's relationship is. Keep my dad name out y'all mouth, and I'm gonna keep y'all name out my mouth, and that's just it. That's how I'm feeling.
You feel like he had something to do with your father getting locked up? Like he dry snitched, or he led the feds towards your father's direction?
No, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like he had nothing to do with my pops getting arrested. I mean, okay. He didn't help it about speaking about this man. You the biggest rap star in the world, and you talking about him in a negative light. You didn't help. You putting more attention on him. So you didn't help it, but I don't feel like he had anything to do with him going to jail. No, he went to jail for some totally other shit. But that man didn't help.
Okay, so he put the flashlight.
Yeah,
he aimed in the direction for the feds. He put a microphone. Yeah, okay.
He put a mic, but he didn't have nothing directly to do with him going to jail. Absolutely not. No, but he didn't help either. You get what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna tell you like this, right?
Adding gasoline to the fire. That's what he did. He added gasoline to the fire.
When people sit up there and they say, you know what I mean, I be trolling, like my whole thing is I feel like celebrities are puppets. So when you see me eating their food and dissing them for the things that they do, like when later on I'm going in on Will Smith with that kid that said he molested him, so I'm gonna go in on that later on. Yeah. You know, but my whole thing is this is what I deal with. A dude like 50 can't troll everybody and anybody, and then he's off limits. Like what makes him off limits? Because he's rich. Like, we don't worship them dudes. If he can troll and make it to the top off of trolling, 50 keeps himself relevant by dragging somebody through the mud. So why can't you drag a nigga that's dragging everybody else?
And he loved it. Because I'm not rich. That's why. I'm not rich, so niggas not going to jack what I'm doing. I'm not rich. I'm not in the mainstream. I'm not in the media like him. I don't have 30 million followers that I'm like. You get what I'm saying? That all goes back to the point of me saying that people want something from him, so they're going to ride his dick until they get it from him. You get what I'm saying? So whoever's his enemy or whoever he got a problem with, they're gonna just go to his side and go against whoever the other person is, just because they think that they're gonna get something out of the deal. That's all it boils down to at the end of the day.
And see, I got to keep it all the way funky. You feel like some of your father's old friends, being that your father been gone for 20 years, and I didn't even realize it's been that long. Yeah. He's been gone for 20 years, so now they figuring that they could probably get some favors from 50. They ain't got no loyalty to you or your father.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's nothing else to say. I state facts. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't dance around nothing. I don't tread around nothing. That's an absolute fact. That's what's happening. Absolutely, 100%.
You feel like people feel like you living off of your father's name?
Of course they do. But But what I say to niggas that say that is, I didn't tell that nigga to nut my mother. I didn't do none of that. That nigga is my dad. So what the fuck? I'm not supposed to live with his name? Why
you know
not?
what I gotta say about that?
Not? Why the fuck not? That's my father, nigga.
Nah, you know what though? You know what I say about that?
Yeah.
Some of these other niggas don't have a father at all. Like they saw their father, they know who their father is, but they never really had a relationship with their father, so they don't have nothing to honor. You actually have something to honor your father, even though we should never brag about the streets.
Yeah.
The streets is deadly. It's not a myth.
I never talk about nothing with him in the streets. Everybody forget he was a movie director. He had barbershops. He had laundromats. He was a director. He was about to be in Hollywood, bro. I never glorified none of the street shit he did, or he sold that many this or this, whatever he was alleged to do. I don't promote that. I don't glorify that shit. I'm who I am. I cannot be nobody but who I am, which is Kenneth McGriff. That's the only person I can be. That's God. God made me come from his nuts for a reason. So that's the only thing that I can follow out and live my life as. That's who I am. Of course, I'm gonna do other shit in my life that's gonna just be about me, and I'm gonna make my own legacy. But at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be Kenneth McGriff's son. That's who I'm gonna be looked at. The same thing with Diddy's sons. The same thing with Jay-Z kids. The same thing with Big Meat's son. The same thing with whoever. With Barack Obama's kids. They always gonna be known as their dad's kids, and that's just the bottom line. Only an ignorant person would feel like
that's real though.
Only an ignorant.
That's real though. Why did you said it though? Why Diddy kids can sit up there and live off of Diddy? Because they doing it. Even one of Diddy kids is Albie Shaw kids. You see what I'm saying? The light skinned dude, that's Albie Shaw's son, and he living off of Diddy. Like, I think that's what's up. Like,
but it's nothing wrong.
Your dad.
It's nothing wrong.
No, it ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nigga, you gotta listen. You know who your daddy is. If he wasn't locked up, he'd still be in your life, and you be rocking out with him.
These are the cards that I was dealt. You don't think I'm gonna play my hand? You think I'm gonna throw my hand in? If these the cards that deal dealt, you can't throw your hand in, nigga. You out of here. You out the game once you throw your hand in. So I'm gonna play the cards that I was dealt. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, calm them down. They bugging.
I'm not gonna play nobody else's hand. I'm gonna play my hand. You get what I'm saying?
You know what though? At the end of the day, man, in life you gotta be who you are, because the reality of it is, you know, nobody can tell you. The only thing that I agree with, because I didn't listen to much of what Bimmy had to say. I'm gonna finish listening to what he had to say, or whatever the case. But one thing Bimmy did say, and Flip said that I heard, because I didn't get too far into the interview. What I don't want you to do is throw money up. Like you throwing money to 50 songs, whatever. Like, understand something. That song, they smile in your face all the while they want to take your place. Like,
the
understand something.
The OJs, I know about that.
The backstabbers, people are envious. First of all, you got to understand something. You got to glow about you. For one, people gonna hate you. Oh, he Preem son, but he ain't like Preem. You ain't trying to be like Preem. You a funny nigga that make niggas laugh.
That's a fact.
So now, the one thing
I'm a fly nigga with
you fly.
I'm a young African American male with intellect that been to school, that's educated, that know how to use the proper verbiage. I get all the women in the world. I'm fly, flashy. That's just me. That's my persona. That's just me, bro. I can't be who everybody want me to be. I can't do that. I only can be who. If I get up every morning, I go look in the mirror and I smile and my reflection smile back at me, and I'm happy with what's going on in my life and I'm content, I don't give a fuck what nobody else say, because I'm content with myself and I'm happy.
When you shine in life, people gonna try to put your light out.
That's a fact.
They're gonna try to put your light out, so you gotta make sure you don't have somebody that's living in darkness try to put your light out. So you definitely gotta move carefully. But yeah, you know what? I heard you went to school. What school you went to?
What, high school or college?
Oh, you went to college too. That's what's up. See?
I did.
That's what's up.
But I went to my whole entire life, from elementary, from fucking daycare to 12th grade. I was in private school my whole entire life in Manhattan. I never went to school in Queens. Never was around none of that. I was Baisley in the building. Yeah, Baisley definitely in the building. I went to school in Manhattan and in the city my whole entire life. Wore a uniform, all of that. I never went to school in Queens. My mother, she wasn't having that. She wanted me away from all of the politics, all of the shenanigans. I went to school in the city. Everybody already know that. I went to school in the city. Everybody said, "Oh, you a good kid. You played baseball. You went to school in the city. You ain't like that." I'm not like what? What am I not like? Like y'all? I don't want to be like y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, I did go to school. I did go to school in the city. Yeah, I did graduate with a fucking 4.0 GPA. I did go to college. Yeah, I did all that. Yeah.
Ooh,
what that
talk
mean?
that shit.
What that mean?
Talk that shit.
Yeah,
now, you know what, though? Let me tell you. Yo, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, right? What people got to understand. I done been around some of the illest of the killers. I even told you before, behind the scenes, some of my dudes had issues with your pops or whatever. You know what I mean? We leave that out of here. But Pistol Pete, right? Ain't never coming home. He like that. He's wishing and praying that a pill or something could fall on his lap that'll get him out of there. Fat Cat, never coming home. Like all your father, never coming home. Jimmy Henchman, never coming home. You got so many legends that's like that don't want to be like that no more. See, that's the key. Because everybody like that until they don't want to be like that no more. Now everybody sitting in a cell wishing
they can do something else. Wishing they could take it back.
Wishing that they could take it back, man.
Everything, but you can never take nothing back. You can't
Turn that off.
Can't take nothing back.
So you gotta understand something, right? What they gotta understand. I be laughing at cats like my whole team, right? My whole team, like you don't see me running with too many dudes. Everybody got life in jail. The majority of the dudes that I ran with got life in jail or they dead. That's why you always see me by myself, because you can't replace the real. Yeah. A lot of dudes don't add up to that, but at the same time, like, I remember a time with me growing up where I used to go outside and nobody wanted to be around me. They didn't want to inherit my beef. Yeah. Now the same dudes that I wouldn't be around, I'm trying to go to their barbecues because they barbecues is lit. Like, I don't even want to go nowhere with a dude that's